Happy New Year! I've been a bit off the grid the past couple weeks on vacation, enjoying time with family and friends, and so thought it would be good to get online today and just say hi. It's been a while. I've missed a lot of you, so glad to be back in the swing of things kicking off 2019. And besides, I've challenged myself to do more streaming video in the new year, so this will be hopefully what is one of many live streams from me to come. At the start of every new year, I always like to take some time and reflect on some of the places I've been in the past year, milestones, achievements, things that were particularly exciting or fun about the past year. And so I was looking back this morning in prep for this video, and for 2018, I identified 5 things that I found particularly fun and exciting, milestones, if you will. I ran over 100 times last year and completed 475 miles. There are other years where I know I've run more than that, but 100 runs, 475 miles, that's something to be proud of. I was glad I was able to fit that many in. Another experience that was really cool is I got to be on a TV show. That was actually last January. My good friend Laura Harris-Smith invited me to be on her TV show, The Three. It was a live studio shoot with an audience, 3 cameras and the whole deal. And that was just a ton of fun. What I really liked about that experience is it gave me an opportunity to experience what my authors experience. So I will send authors to do TV interviews for their books, and I'd never experienced that before. So it helps me to have a better perspective of what I'm actually asking them to do. And so that was fun all the way around. Thank you for that, Laura. I look back on that experience fondly. Another milestone, I released 55 podcast episodes. As many of you know, I have a podcast called The Shaun Tabatt Show, and I released 55 new episodes last year, so I averaged a little more than one a week. So even in the midst of my crazy busy schedule, I was excited to fit that many in. Another really exciting one is a book that my team released. Has sold, 163,500 copies in all formats. This past year. So as many of you know, I work as a marketing manager for both Chosen Books and Bethany House Nonfiction. We had a book by Jensen Franklin called Love Like You've Never Been Hurt that came out last winter. And like I said, 163,500 units sold in all formats, which is amazing. I think that maybe if you combine many of the other books my team worked on last year, that is more than all of some of them combined. Anyways, a huge milestone for my team. Shout out to Chandler and Grace on my team who just worked tirelessly with me to make that book a success. So a lot of fun. Learned a lot in that process and excited to release more books in this new year. Another one, I traveled way too much last year. I traveled about 3 months of 2018, and I don't have an exact number, but I took somewhere between 65 to 75 different flights. We relocated to Central Illinois, which means I have to take connecting flights everywhere I go. So yeah, I've been on 65, 75 airplanes last year and getting ready to start traveling even later this week for 2019. So hopefully not quite as many flights in the new year, but I got to go to lots of cool places and meet lots of cool people. So hey, it was worth it. And all those frequent flyer miles and statuses give me nice upgrades throughout the year. So it's all worth it. Hey, for those of you listening either live or listening later, I'd love to hear about any milestones that you're especially proud of last year as you look back on 2018. Is there something specific that comes to mind that you're especially proud of or that was kind of a life-changing, life-altering experience? What was that for you? Another habit I'm challenging myself with in 2019 is to reflect more often on the things I'm grateful for. I do this in journaling now, and just I'm always trying to be mindful of the things that I'm thankful, that I'm grateful for. So 3 things that I'm grateful for at the start of 2019 are my family. A lot of you know that I am married with 9 kids. My home life is dynamic and exciting, but one of the really cool things that we found out recently is that we're expecting number 10. So we have a new bundle of joy that the stork will be delivering later this year to our family. So yeah, I'm grateful for my family. As a guy who grew up as an only child, Yeah, it is a crazy, wild ride trip for me to be the father of 9, soon to be 10 children, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. It is one of the best things about my life. Another thing I'm grateful for right now are great books and all the hard work that my author friends put into producing them. I tried to look back and come up with some sort of an approximation. I completed somewhere between 40 to 50 books last year between audiobooks and print books. And so, yeah, just thankful for authors and all the hard work that they put in. I work with authors in my day job. I interview tons of authors for my podcast. And so, yes, all hail to you, all your hard work. I understand it's a lot. And so just thank you. Really appreciate that. I also challenged myself to do a lot of different reading last year. I've tended historically to read primarily in the space that I work, which is Christian books. And in 2018, I've just pushed into some new spaces. I read a lot of business and marketing books. I read a lot of personal development books, and I will be continuing that for 2018. A lot of that reading really grew me and stretched me in healthy and new ways this past year. So definitely want to carry that forward. Another thing that I've shifted though, and don't get me wrong, I love audiobooks. I listen to lots of audiobooks when I'm running, when I'm flying places and whatnot, but, and those won't go away, but I've actually started reading more print books. What I've come to like about print books is, one, it causes me to slow down. You know, I obviously, if I'm out running or commuting or doing whatever, I can't take notes. I'll hear something like, oh, that's really profound. And then, am I really going to take the time to go back and find it in chapter 7 of the audiobook so I can write it down? No, I'm not. And so, yeah, I've started reading more print books. I like that it forces me to slow down. I can highlight, I can take notes and all that sort of thing. So I feel like I get more out of the experience. I can't read as many books or go as quickly through a book as I'd like to if I'm doing that. But I feel like I actually savor and experience it more, which I know I need to maybe read less, so to speak, but get more out of that. I'll get more out of the books. So, yeah, that's something new I'm bringing into this coming year. And then I'm also grateful for my health. I actually was able to get out on Christmas and run 13.1 miles because why wouldn't you run a half marathon distance after Christmas lunch? We live in tropical central Illinois, so of course, go out and run. The weather is fantastic. But I'm just grateful at 40 years old that I am able to get out and do that. I have friends who I know just aren't in good enough health to even do something crazy like that. And, for me, I don't take that lightly. 3 years ago, I weighed just under 250 pounds. I was able to achieve some dramatic weight loss back in January of 2016. And in the 3 years since, I've been able to keep that original 30 pounds off. I do have a new goal to get back under 200 pounds here in 2019. And I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, 3 things I'm grateful for as I go into the new year: my family, great books from great authors, and my health. So would love to hear what you're grateful for as you look at moving forward into the new year. What sorts of things are you super thankful for? What are the things that fill you with gratitude every day? All right. So now for the big announcement, the big reveal. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. I've been working on this sort of in the back of my mind for almost 2 years now. And this is the idea of hacking my midlife crisis. I got this idea, I think when I was some 39-ish. I don't remember exactly when it was. But just creating between moving and traveling and my family, I just have not slowed down enough to work on this. And so I took the last 2 weeks of December off just to have some time for writing and preparing a bunch of stuff for as I move into the new year. So yes, today starts my Hack My Midlife Crisis experiment. Essentially, I'm going to be completing 12 different goals in 12 months. So a new goal each month. So yeah, my goal for January 2019 is going to be losing 20 pounds, which would put me at just under 200 pounds. So that's my first goal. If you want to get the specifics on that and just everything related to kind of the story behind Hack My Midlife Crisis, the January goal, and just keep up with my progress and what I'm working on, you can find all of that at hackmymidlifecrisis.com. I'll be doing some articles, updates every week. I'll be doing some podcast interviews that connect into that. So yeah, that's really the big reveal. But the big thing is I'm finally going to put my Hack My Midlife Crisis experiment into motion for 2019. So I know a lot of us are thinking about goals for the new year, things that we want to pursue, things that we want to work on. So would love to hear what sort of goals that you want to be working on in 2019. Do you have a goal that you're specifically pursuing for January, or is there a big goal that you're going to be doing throughout the entire year? So anyhow, if you have goals, ideas you want to share with me, please leave a comment below. If you made it to this point, thanks so much for listening. I'm excited for 2019. It's going to be an amazing year. And yeah, please give me a shout out, tag me, interact with me. It's going to be amazing. Bless y'all. Have a great day.